morning. My name is Pat Mayrhofer, and I'm president and founder of Nature Stones Incorporated. I'm here today at Oakworks to talk to you about some contraindications for stone massage. To begin with, we'll talk about prenatal massage. One of the most important things that you need to keep in mind is that you do not want to raise the core temperature of the body. So what I would suggest is that you do just spot treatments on your pregnant client. But in order to work with the hot stones, it would be very beneficial if you put some cold stones under their hands, a cold stone under their neck, perhaps wrap their feet in a cold, wet towel, which may help to set off the heat from the stones themselves. And definitely you do not want to use the stones on their abdomen, and positively not below the umbilicus. So that's prenatal massage. With diabetes, it has been proven that diabetics do benefit from massage itself. And what they have found is that with massage, that it lowers their sugar count. So it's very beneficial for them. And with stone massage, you have to keep in mind that a diabetic individual has decreased sensation in their extremities. So they may not be able to feel the heat from the stones themselves. So as the therapist, you need to be the professional, and you need to check on their skin. It would be very annoying for you to keep asking them, is that too hot? Is that too hot? So it would be much better if you just check to make sure that the stones are not too hot, and that you check the color of their skin and that they're not getting red. Now, in any massage that you do, it is imperative for you to remember that you should never place a hot stone on bare skin without moving it. So particularly with diabetic patients, if you're going to do some placement stones, you want to make sure that you have a barrier there. You want to use some type of a towel or something that would prevent them from burning, because they will not be able to tell you. Also with diabetics, you want to make sure that, that you have either a piece of candy, or you have some juice, or you have something for them that when they're finished their massage, that they would be able to nibble on, just in case it drops their sugar level too much. With cancer massage, the massage industry has gone back and forth between whether you should massage or you shouldn't massage. And it has come to the point now where they realize that massage for cancer patient is very beneficial. And what they suggest is that you do not use the stones during the time that they are getting radiation, because their skin is extremely sensitive at that time, and it probably would not feel very good to the client themselves. And while they're on chemo, it is suggested by a doctor that I spoke with recently that the best time for them to receive a massage is immediately following their chemo treatment, or just before they have their chemo treatment. You want to avoid that mid-treatment time when they may experience fatigue or nausea or many other problems that develop from chemo. With circulation, clients who have high blood pressure that is not controlled should not receive stone massage. The heat is just a little bit too much for them to take, and it could raise their blood pressure too much. If someone has their blood pressure under control, then it's fine. You can use stones on them. You may want to do spot treatments on them rather than a full body, which may be a better idea. With someone that has extremely low blood pressure, you want to be very careful, because if you give them a full body massage, it has a tendency to raise their blood pressure, and when they get off the table, they could get dizzy. So suggest to them that they take their time getting up, and you want to make sure that you have water available for them. Anyone who receives stone massage must keep in mind that they must drink more water than normal after getting a regular massage. With the aging population, the aging population is not a chronological number as much as it is how feeble the client is. You can have someone who is 45 years old and is very feeble, and you would want to be very careful with the temperature and the amount of time that you use massaging them. There are many individuals who are in the aging population who are 90 years old and can certainly run circles around me. And I would suggest for them that perhaps you use spot treatments rather than a full body. And you may also want to avoid them being in the prone position. It is much better for them to work on them supine or sidelined. Many of the aging population have had some experience with pacemakers, and the pacemaker is generally placed in their chest on the left-hand side. And you want to avoid that particular area. If you go over that area, then you could dislodge some wiring that is in there, or you could, because of the energy of the stones, you could affect how the pacemaker works. So you want to be aware of that, of where that is, and you want to avoid that particular area. But certainly the aging population can take the heat from the stones, and they can also take the cold from cold stones, and they embrace it, and it feels wonderful to them. Let me go back to cancer patients for a second. Many of the cancer patients have ports that are put in, so you want to avoid that area of working on them. As well as with diabetic patients many times have ports put in where they have a pump on them. So you want to avoid that area. You want to avoid any area like that because you don't want to cause any type of infection, and you want to make sure that you stay away from that type of area that they may have. MS, multiple sclerosis, is definitely contraindicated for stone massage. It is an inflammatory disease, and by using stone massage on them, that would be a little bit too much for them to take, and it may cause them to have a flare-up. However, you could use cool stones on them, or you could use warm stones on them, which would help them with any type of problems that they may be experiencing in their low back or shoulders or neck or whatever. There are many indications for stone massage. Please look for that at another time. Again, my name is Pat Mayrhofer, and I'm with Nature Stones Incorporated. For more information, please go to our website, www.naturestonesinc.com. Thank you.